Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, coming at you for this Wrestling Reportedly. All right, look, plain and simple, this is the most unnecessary video I've ever had to do in my life. I do not want to have to make this video. I do not want to have to talk about this, but plain and simple, I get this question more than any other on any of my podcasts, any of my videos. The question I get the most is, when will Shawn Michaels come back? When is Shawn Michaels going to return? Are we going to see Shawn Michaels in the Royal Rumble? Are we going to see him take on AJ Styles? Are we going to see him take The Rock and John Cena in a fatal five-way with double penetration? It's all I get. I get it all the time. Shawn Michaels, Shawn Michaels, Shawn Michaels. When's he coming back? Is he coming back? Do you think he'll return? Should he return? All of this, constant, nonstop. I am one of the biggest Shawn Michaels fans you will ever meet in your life. In fact, I caught that shirt out of Shawn Michaels' very own hand back in 2007 when I was in Camp Spiker, Iraq, into Crit. Caught that at Tribute to the Troops 2007. Absolutely incredible. All right. I love Shawn Michaels. I think he's the greatest of all time. Yes, he surpassed Ric Flair in my book. Greatest to ever do this is that man, Shawn Michaels. I would love to see Shawn Michaels wrestle again. Nothing would make this fat guy happier than seeing Shawn Michaels lace him up one more time. He's incredible. But he's 51 years old, and he has stated for the past 6-7 years, whatever it's been, that he is going to continue to show people how to be properly retired. He has no drive to come back. He has no reason to come back. He just simply doesn't need to come back. And honestly, why people want him to, potentially tarnish his legacy at this age is beyond me. He went out in a beautiful fashion. One of the greatest matches, one of the greatest series of matches with him and The Undertaker over the 2 WrestleManias that we've seen at the end of anyone's career almost ever. I mean, so many people go out in really ugly fashion. Some people go out in basically have to be drug away from the business. Shawn didn't. Shawn left a fantastic impression on all of us to go away on. And it's part of the reason why we want to see more, because everyone feels he could have kept going. I think he knows he could have kept going. We've seen him this week as he is promoting his latest movie, his latest project. Everybody's getting a piece of him. He's on all of the big talk shows. He's on everywhere. And they talk about his movie, but nobody really cares about the movie. Nobody gives a flying fornication. They just want to talk about Shawn Michaels being inside of a ring again. And anytime that he does anything at colleges, and there's videos that he just recently did at a college, he gives super kicks there. He gives super kicks on Raw. He's constantly feeding this, but that's part of the allure of what he does. It's very smart because he knows he's never returning. He's told everybody he's never returning, but yet by those super kicks and the way that he looks still, because he still looks amazing, and all of these things, it continues to fuel speculation. And with Royal Rumble being in his hometown and all of that stuff, it really does seem like it's a perfect opportunity to have him one more final goodbye, a bowing, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not saying it's not going to happen. All right, because I think there is probably a 3 to 5% chance that Shawn Michaels could show up in some form of fashion inside this Royal Rumble, like JBL did a couple years ago, where he showed up and was immediately removed. I see something like that happening. I don't want that to happen, and I certainly don't want Shawn to have a long run in the Royal Rumble, because it's only going to feed speculation for more matches down the road. So, like I said, 3 to 5% chance of it happening, just because the pop would be amazing. That being said, Shawn has all week essentially put everything to bed. In fact, he's made some incredibly, really big remarks. If people want to listen to it, it's out there, okay? They're all over. You can check any of the dirt sheets for all the interviews that he's done this week. But he has said things like The funny thing is, everybody who has asked me about coming back, the two people who never did is Vince and Hunter, the two guys who are running the entire thing. Neither one of them have asked Shawn about making an actual comeback to the ring. That is from Shawn Michaels' own mouth, and that runs contrary to a couple reports that we've read over the last couple of years, especially about Vince. Triple H, not so much, but people have made reports that Vince has asked Shawn to come back. Shawn is saying that is categorically untrue. However, on Fox News, he was asked the question yet again, will you return? What would it take? And Shawn answered it as honestly and as openly as Shawn Michaels can. He said, I don't want to go back and wrestle again, but some big bubble could break and I might need money like everyone else. It's wrestle or bag groceries. That's all I'm qualified to do. There you go. You want to see him back? The economy needs to tank. It's the only way you'll ever see Shawn Michaels in a ring again. And honestly, I like that answer. I think it's honest. I think it's true. I think it's real. And it's exactly what it needs to be. So let's everybody stop asking if and when Shawn's going to come back. And let's really start maybe appreciating the career, the amazing career that Shawn Michaels had. Let's really go back and just appreciate it, because I think with all of the yearning for Shawn's one more match and all of that stuff, even though he doesn't need one more match because the way his career ended was fucking beautiful, I don't think people really appreciate how good this man truly is. I mean, I don't think that people really appreciate it. So let's put it to bed. Hopefully this will be the last time we ever have to talk about it. Shawn Michaels retired. It's official. It's done. He's never coming back, and that's okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this Wrestling Reportedly. It's something I just had to get off my chest and had to be done with. Hopefully I'll never have to answer this question again. My God. Lots of stuff going on the channel. Make sure you're checking out everything. We're going to be live tonight, I'm sure. Royal Rumble week is upon us. All kinds of stuff will be happening this week in regards to Royal Rumble coverage, greatest moments, possible spoilers, winners, entrance. We're going to be covering all of it. I'm going to have some guests on this week. We're going to talk Royal Rumble. It's going to be great. Hopefully you guys will be checking all of that out. And of course, the non-wrestling stuff will be going on as well. Thank you guys very much for all the support. We're almost to 8,000 subscribers. It's amazing how much you guys support me, and I love you for it, all right? If there's any topics that you would like me to cover on Wrestling Reportedly or anything else when it comes to wrestling or other content, please hit me up in the comment section or on Twitter at DeadOnDaveV, all right? Thank you guys very much for joining us right here on Dead on Dave Productions for this Wrestling Reportedly. We will see you next time. Keep it copious. And remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. See you next time, and peace.